Her own music playing in her head all the time.
So she heard music that whole time?
Let's talk a little politics. We have these big festivals, these big fall festivals. Donald Trump yesterday was out in Iowa yesterday. He's out there. He was defending his non-defense of President Obama earlier in the week. Of course, you remember the now famous question about President Obama being a Muslim and how we need to get rid of Muslims in this country. And he sort of sloughed off the question at the time. He's being criticized from everyone for not defending and coming out and defending the president during that question. And yesterday in Iowa, he said this. Listen.
The press is going crazy, and they all want... You know, for the first time in my life, I got in trouble by not saying anything. I didn't say anything. And I was in big trouble all over the place. If somebody made nasty statements or controversial statements about me to the president, do you think he would come to my rescue? I say, no chance, no chance. Am I morally obligated to defend the president every time somebody says something bad or controversial about him? I don't think so. This political media, they are the worst. They are very dishonest, many of them, many of them. Oh. If I would have challenged the man, that's the man that made the statement somewhat maybe negative to the president, to put it mildly, the media would have accused me of interfering with that man's right of free speech. A no-win situation. Do we agree?
We knew he was the master of self-promotion, but who knew he was so adept at spin?
I don't know why why Trump is saying if the president made a nasty statement about Trump, would he come to his defense? We know that the answer is no to that, because right. Josh Earnest gets asked every day, hey, did you hear what Trump said? Hey, did you hear what Trump said? He might be moving in here soon.
Right.
And he never has anything good to say about Mr. Trump.
Sure. And
so
even,
this is an everyday thing.
And, of course, if you go back to that soundbite from him the other day, I mean, he's sort of mocking the questioner at the time, sort of saying, oh, right, this is the question we have to get right out of the gate, and he moves on kind of quickly right past it.
A lot of people have different perceptions of how this thing actually went down. I mean, my perception is exactly what you just said. Other people say that he heard the question, just sort of ignored him. But the fact is that I think he does have a point in saying that, had he stopped the guy and been combative with him or contentious, then he would have looked like the bully bad guy that everybody's always calling him in the first place. Not that was what was on his mind, but, it was one of the split-second decisions that he made, and he chose to kind of just talk over it and sort of treat the guy as though the guy wasn't exactly all there.
Meanwhile, it's been hurting him a little bit. I mean, we see some of these recent polls. We saw him in New Hampshire, the recent poll of Carly Fiorina after her incredible debate performance the other night. She did really, really well. And that's on the heels of her first debate performance in that early debate at Fox. Well, she was in Michigan on yesterday afternoon, and she took some shots at Donald Trump. Listen.
One of the fights I think we're going to have. I promise you, and I hope you have seen, I am a fearless fighter. I will not falter. I have been tested, and I will fight this fight. Leadership is about challenging the status quo. The highest calling of leadership. It's not about a big title. It's not about a big airplane. It's not about a big office. The highest calling of leadership is to unlock potential in others. And now we need a leader in the Oval Office who, with the citizens of this great nation, will unlock the potential of each and every citizen.
Why is she saying it's not about an airplane? Every president, when they say, hey, what do you miss? They say the airplane.
Or the big office, the big Oval Office.
I think she's being very smart by touting herself not as a politician, sort of separating herself from that and distancing herself from that, and touting herself as a leader, because that's what she is known for, and she's trying to, sort of buck the trend.
Also, kind of attacking Donald Trump without really attacking him, because I asked her that question a few weeks ago here on the show. It seemed like you were taking a shot at him, you're attacking Donald Trump. She said, well, I didn't attack him, but she kind of did. But she does it in a very artful way.
Here's the thing, though, about that event that she had yesterday in Michigan. The crowd was Republican activists. So this is the outsider election. She was an outsider who did great at this debate, but now she is a big hit with the insiders. Is that good? I don't know.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. Look at the recent polls in New Hampshire. It'll be interesting to see the main polls that come out finally from that big CNN debate the other night. We don't have them in yet, so we'll see hopefully this week how everything shakes out.
The piece